Hello everyone and welcome to my absolutely new channel Aptitude Wizards. After making this channel, I thought that starting with logical reasoning section would be a fantastic idea because we need to cover all the chapters related to logical reasoning and it is a really interesting and still easy. I like it. I like it a lot. For that reason, I have made a list of all the chapters that we are going to see in this particular section, and I will be uploading videos based on these chapters serially, and so you can just refer them and try to solve as many questions as you can for this particular section. Now this is a really scoring section, and if you are knowing it very well, then there is no doubt that you will get absolutely good marks in it. I mean, it is a rank booster. Nice. Fine, then if it is a rank booster, definitely we need to master it. Okay, so first let me tell you a little bit about logical reasoning. What is the main classification of logical reasoning? How are they doing it and all that stuff? Fine. Then logical reasoning is first of all divided into two parts. The first is the verbal section and the second half is the non-verbal section. These are the two main categories in which they have divided it. Further, we divide it into two more sections, like for verbal it comes as general and the next is logical deduction. Logical deduction. Now, when I'm talking about general, what I mean by general, the general mental ability. It is nothing but general mental ability. Fine. And what is logical deduction? Means reducing some logic out of given 4 to 5 sentences. That is to be done in this section. I would be I would be discussing upon this, but first we are starting with the first section, that is verbal, no doubt, and then we are in this we are starting with general logical reasoning. That is the first section which is given over here. Okay, I think I have made myself very clear, so without wasting much time, just start it. Yeah, so first of all, I will give you a small overview of the names of the chapter. The first chapter is series, then we have analogy, we have classification, coding, decoding, blood relation, puzzle test, sequential output tracing, direction sense, logical Venn diagrams, alphabet test, number ranking and time sequence test, mathematical operators, logical sequence of words, arithmetical reasoning, inserting the missing characters, data sufficiency, eligibility test, assertion reason, situation reaction test, and verification of truth statement. Right? So many topics. In total, we have 20 topics in this section, right? I mean, in this subsection. So, what is series? If you have heard about it, you must be knowing that series is like a pattern that we encounter between 4 to 5 numbers, or it can be either be among 4 to 5 alphabets. So, after relating that pattern, after understanding that pattern, we need to answer a question that is given to us. So, this is how I say series is. To discuss it in detail, I will like to give you a small example. If I'm having 1, 3, 5, and so on, dot dot dot. Okay, I like this example a lot because I use it many a times. In fact, I have used it in my upcoming videos. So this is an amazing example. 1, 3, 5, and tell me the fourth term. Okay, I'm not wasting much time. I want you people to tell me the fourth term. So this is how you will find questions to means questions in series chapter. Coming to the next chapter, that is analogy. Well, analogy has much to do with relation of terms. Okay, jargons, more like jargons. Like if I'm saying pen belongs to stationery, tell me football belongs to what? I mean, what? So let's say sports. Well, sports is a section I must have said books belongs to what? Yeah. So books belongs to what? Then you will say, okay, books belongs to library. If you're asking me where are books kept, I'll say library. Where is pen kept? Well, it is kept in stationery. I find it in stationery. For books, I find it in library. So the answer can be library. And this is how analogy is. You get so many types of analogies, and it is a tedious job to solve analogy because you need to remember things in this chapter. Also, you need to remember things in classification. I mean, classification and analogy are really similar. In classification, they will ask you to pick up the odd one out. Okay, they will give you five different names of animals like lion. Hear me, okay, hear me or listen me very carefully. I'm saying lion, deer, zebra, crocodile, and then I have vulture. Okay, vulture, yes. So, which is the odd one out? Now, you can definitely guess the odd one out is vulture because it is a bird, whereas other are animals. And, and crocodile can be said as reptile, but we will see questions related to it. I have framed it definitely. It can be wrong. Next, we have coding decoding. I like this chapter a lot because coding decoding is something which is cool. You need to decipher codes. Okay, here you need to see some sort of relation between patterns, and you need to think about the probable answer to any of the particular sequence. So I like it a lot. Okay, details related to this will definitely be discussed in the video. Don't worry about it. Coming to fifth, blood relation. If you people find this chapter very difficult, don't worry. I love this chapter a lot. I mean, I think I'm very good at this as well. So definitely we will be killing it. Here, in when I'm talking about just a minute, yeah. So when I'm talking about blood relations, you can have questions which are answers to a hierarchy. They will be giving you a proper hierarchy. For example, for instance, say the person in the picture is the son of the only son of my grandfather. So how does I and this person in the picture are related? This is how they are going to ask you. If you did not get it, please repeat, please pause the video and think upon it. And if you know the answer, it's very nice. So I have just given you a small example how questions will appear to you in this section. Next is puzzle test. Now, when I'm talking about puzzle test, the name itself suggests that puzzle, which means they are going to give you some sort of puzzles and you need to answer these puzzles. Okay, details to it would also be discussed in this video. Next, we have sequential output tracing. Now, this is a new word, I mean, new term if you have heard it. The first time when I saw it, I felt like, oh god, I have never seen this in my elementary classes. So definitely it's something new to me. Now, sequential output tracing is more related to a computer language. Okay, they're going to give you 4 to 5 sequence, and you need to trace an output. That means you need to think of some relation between those 4 to 5 things. After knowing that, you will be given an input as a question, and then you need to answer an output related to that sequence, or keeping that sequence in your mind. It is like you are performing a work of a machine on behalf of that machine, where you have been given or you have been provided with a set of rules related to that machine. Fine. Next chapter which we are going to see is direction sense. If I say you, I have been going straight and then I took a right, I again took a right, and I again took a right. So tell me, in which direction am I facing? And now again I'm thinking to take a right. Okay, let me just renovate the sentence. And now again I'm thinking to take a right. Tell me in which direction I am facing. You'll say, if you know this diagram, if you understand this diagram, you'll say, okay, you are facing in the same direction from where you started. I mean, the time when you started, you were facing to some XYZ direction that I don't know. You're facing to the same direction now also. So this is how you are going to see questions in direction sense. Next, we have logical Venn diagrams. Well, I like this topic a lot. Why do I like this topic? Because it is so pictorial. I mean, you get so many diagrams in it. You don't get numbers, you don't get alphabets, you don't get symbols, you get diagrams. Oh god. It's fascinating. So, in logical Venn diagrams, you will find questions which are diagrammatically or pictorially represented, a data that is pictorially represented, and then you have been asked a question and you need to answer. Fine. This is all about logical Venn diagrams. Next we have alphabet test. Okay, so the name says alphabet and then they says test. That means you would be surrounded by alphabets. Here alphabet, there alphabet, above alphabet, below alphabet, I mean completely full of alphabets. Was I able to make myself clear? Not at all. Alphabet test will include questions such as these are the 5 words with me. Please arrange them in a dictionary series, I mean in alphabetical order, the way they would be appearing in a dictionary. And then tell me which is the first word that I will see in the dictionary. Okay, this is how they are going to ask you. Simple. Okay, next we have number, ranking, and time sequence test. I mean, 10th and 11th are very similar. Okay, they will give you some sort of test. The 10th one will give you some sort of test related to alphabets, whereas 11th one will give you some sort of test related to numbers, its rankings, and all those stuff. I don't think I would be able to explain you it very nicely until and unless I go to a question and then tell you what it is. Okay, so please wait till this video comes. Okay, next we have mathematical operators. Okay, operations. I'm sorry, operations. If you have heard about addition operation, if you have heard about subtraction operation, multiplication operation, and division operation, my dear friends, you have completed mathematical operations. No, not that easy. I mean, what are they going to do here? They'll say you, okay, I'm having 2 plus 3. What is the answer of this? You cannot say 5. Why? Because before this question, they will give you a certain limitation. They'll say, okay, in a certain language, plus means minus, minus means multiplication, multiplication means division, and division means addition. Give me the output for this. Now comes the twist. Oh god, did they say plus means minus? I mean, oh, when they say plus, they're actually subtracting things. And so for that reason, I should say 2 minus 3, that is equal to minus and 1. And so for this question, the answer would be minus 1. That's how they are going to say it. Okay. And next we have logical sequence of words. OMG. I mean, playing with words. Playing with words. This is a really small section. I mean, yeah, really small section. You'll hardly get questions in the videos also. But still, all the questions which I will be discussing in the video will be from any of the particular exams. I mean, SSC exam or some bank exam. So they have appeared in exams. So thus we are giving importance to it. Okay, mark this is important. Was I not able to select the highlighter? Yeah, mark this as important. Next we have arithmetical reasoning. Arithmetical reasoning means riddles. So many riddles you get. I mean, and then here you can get questions like, on a wire there were 7 crows sitting. A hunter came. He wanted to shoot one of those crows, so he did so. After doing that, one of the crow fell down. Tell me how many crows are remaining on the wire. People feel, okay, there were 7 crows. One fell down. 6. Is the answer 6? Oh God, stop yourself. This is reasoning. This is aptitude. You don't need to answer it in a diplomatic way. Okay? Go for reasoning. If you were in the situation, how would you have interpreted it? Well, I would have I'm thinking 7 crows, one fell down, rest all flew. So easy, isn't it? So the answer to that would be 0 then in that case. If you understand it, whatever I have said till now, it's very good. If you don't worry. Well, we will be discussing it in the video. Next we have inserting the missing characters. I am making a square. I'm dividing it into triangles, 4 triangles. Now it becomes 4 and 2 6 triangles. Now it becomes 8 triangles. I'm writing numbers over here. Are these triangles important? Not at all. I'm writing 12, I'm writing 14, I'm writing 16, I'm writing 18, 20, 22, 24. Tell me what is this? You need to answer. 4 options given to you people. You can answer it. So you need to get some logical relation between all these characters, so-called characters. They are numbers, but they are so-called characters. So you need to deduce some logic in this, and then you need to answer what can be the proper number for this block. This is how you solve inserting the missing character. Now next we have data sufficiency. When I'm talking about data sufficiency, they would be giving you a paragraph in which there will be some sort of data present. You need to think about that data. You need to see or check whether the data is sufficient for answering the following question or not. I like this topic a lot because this topic is very logical. It requires time to solve. Means it is a bit difficult topic, okay? It is not a very silly thing that anyone can do. So it makes a difference if you are knowing this how to solve and then you are solving it, then definitely you will be having an edge over others. Next we have eligibility test. Okay, so eligibility test and data sufficiency are thought to be similar, but they are not. In fact, they are counterpart of each other. Are they counterpart? No, I'm sorry, they're not counterpart. Yes, I mean they are a little bit similar. Now comes the eligibility test. When I'm talking about eligibility test, uh, this is again a situation given to you, and now you need to put yourself on a post of the manager or a recruiter. Okay, this is a manager or this is a recruiter. You need to think of the data given to you. I mean, they would be providing you uh, some resume. They would be providing you some details about a particular employee, and then you need to think whether the employee is suitable for the job or not. I mean, definitely you will be thinking it is difficult. How can I do that? But there are some specification, there are some rules how you do it, how you find it, and how you evaluate it. So don't worry about it. We are going to discuss this topic in detail, and you will be mastering it. Don't doubt yourself. Here we complete eligibility test. Now comes assertion reason. When I'm talking about assertion reason, most of you must have heard about it before, because this type of questions related to this are largely or commonly seen in competitive exams of IIT JEE, in uh, competitive exams of some sort of Olympiads. So I think this is very common to you. Still, I will just tell you assertion and reason means two statements given to you. Both of them can either be true or false, and there are four fixed options which you need to think. For answering questions related to this, you should be well versed with the general awareness thinking. I mean, you should be knowing it. If you know it, then you can answer it. If you don't know it, you cannot answer it. Okay, it is not a concept, it is a theory that you need to remember. So, this is more depending on what is your level of general aptitude. Start building that as well. General aptitude in general knowledge. Next is situation reaction test. Okay, well, 19th and 20th are thought to be similar, but they are not. They are counterpart of each other. Situation reaction test is a so-called emotional test. I feel so because here you would be getting a situation, and then you need to think about that situation and answer what you feel is correct about the situation. Are you getting me? And when it comes to verification of truth of statement, it is the second part. Again, you definitely won't get a situation, you will get a question. Okay, and then you need to answer it in a truthful manner. Whatever you have heard about it, whatever is truth about it. If they are asking, tell me what is highly present in the air, what is the uh, what is highly present in air, then they would be giving you options like carbon dioxide, oxygen, nitrogen, and all those stuffs. If you are knowing it, then you'll say, okay, nitrogen is present 75 point, means maximum percentage is uh, grabbed by maximum percentage of nitrogen. No, maximum percentage is nitrogen present, so therefore we answer it as nitrogen. You will understand it when I am explaining it. So I think I have done a short or sweet discussion related to syllabus of logical reasoning for the section verbal, in which we are going to start with the subsection that is general logical reasoning. Now from the next video I'm going to start with series, and I will be discussing series in detail. We are not completing series in single video, okay? We are going to complete it in 4 different videos, or 4 to 3 videos, I suppose. So don't think that this story ends over here. I mean, it is like a chain process, a tree process. You go on, as more as you go on deeper into it, you will find there are more branches to it. Fine. Next we have logical deduction. Okay, I think if I discuss it now itself, it would be really irrelevant for you people. uh it is my prime duty to first start with series, and then when we finish this whole subsection till the 28th chapter, then I should discuss the the syllabus for the next section. Okay, so thanks for watching this video, and please note all these things. I would be providing this Word document in on the Telegram channel, so do join that channel. Okay, thanks a lot. Thank you very much.